Thank you for tuning in to Exeter TV. Exeter TV is the town's public and government access channels, available on Comcast Channels 6 and 22. Channel 6 is your channel. If you have an idea for a program, want to host your own talk show, or submit a film, we're here to get your content on television. On Channel 22, we bring you live and replay coverage of government meetings and other town updates. A third channel, Blue Hawk Media, is operated by SAU 16 and can be found on Channel 8, with all your school sports, events, and meetings. You can watch Exeter TV online at exeternh.tv, Apple TV, and on Roku. Find us on social media for extra content. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell to get notified about live streams and new content. Tune in to our platforms every other Friday to watch the Exeter Biweekly Report, with recaps of recent events, updates from town departments, and messages from nonprofits in your area. If you head to our website, exeternh.tv, we invite you to sign up to our newsletter to receive monthly updates about new content, upcoming meetings, and more. We'd like to thank you for taking the time to watch Exeter TV and hope that you tune in to our other content as well.
Full house this morning.
Right here. No worries.
Oh, you can bring it up to the table.
Sorry, I'm gonna be here. Julie, you sit here, and I'm gonna stand. We're good.
Yeah,
I'm gonna sit right on this table.
So nice.
Absolutely not.
No, necessarily.
I'm totally fine. We're good. See?
She's got
Totally fine.
I'm floating over here. You just don't want it crashing on live TV. Good morning, everybody. Thank you for being here. I'd like to make a special welcome to Sarah Koff. As we go around the table, maybe Sarah, you could tell folks a little bit about you as we introduce ourselves, and I'll turn it over to you, Barbara.
Okay, I'm Barbara Rimkunis from the Exeter Historical Society.
Jonathan Ring, member at large. Joe Pace, American Independence Museum.
Emily Heath, member at large, but pastor of the Congregational Church.
Julie Gilman, Select Board Rep. Françoise Louise Orfran, Heritage Commission Rep.
Caroline Neal, Exeter Parks and Rec.
And Susan, whoops,
Oh, no, this Melissa Roy, interim town manager, sorry.
and Susan Drinker, community member at large.
Karen Pryor, co-chair of this committee. Sarah?
Sarah Kopp. I've been talking to Karen, and she invited me to come in today to talk about art because I'm an Exeter-based printmaker.
I'm delighted to have you here. Thank you. Yes. Sarah and I have been talking, we'll get more into it. The reason I invited Sarah today is we're having a big discussion around our theme.
Yeah.
And Sarah and I have been talking a good bit. Hi, Julia. Sarah and I have been talking about that quite a bit, about the question that we want to be able to put out to the community as we get our creative juices flowing. How are you this morning? Thank you so much for coming.
Melissa just went to grab some.
Oh, she did?
Yeah.
Melissa's grabbing a chair.
Yeah.
So next thing I'd like to do is, can we do a review and an approval of the meeting minutes of September 16th, please? Any thoughts, questions?
I just have one correction on, let's see, second page down where it says Karen encouraged committee members to come prepared for the next meeting. We should be talking, it says include themes taken directly from the Constitution. It should be themes taken directly from the Declaration of Independence.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Barbara. Okay, discussion and election of a co-chair. I have kind of become the chair by default, but our committee is big enough and our work is certainly substantive enough that I think it would be really beneficial if we had a co-chair so that we could be as collaborative as possible in our work. Just would anyone have an interest in that position? Okay. Everyone jump up all at once. Thank you. Well, I will be transparent. Françoise approached me and said that she, in our role as secretary and logistical kind of leader, that she would be willing to entertain that. But as we talked about it, we also wanted to be transparent and bring it before the entire committee to see if there was anybody else interested.
She sounds like she'd be great.
Well, let me say this. There's so many great organizations around this table that do such great things for the town. So I'll be in Exeter about 4 years. So I feel like I'm really learning from everybody and getting to know the culture and really appreciating the culture. So I'd like to do more administrative support, and because there is a lot of work here and we don't have administrative support. So I could take some of that off your shoulders so you could.
I would welcome it.
Okay.
I would welcome teaming up with you, and absolutely. I don't think as the co-chair, in terms of Robert's rules, I can put forward the motion. Would someone please put forward a motion?
I'll move for François to be co-chair.
Thank you.
I'll second.
Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Unanimous. Welcome, co-chair. I am delighted. Okay, the next thing really quickly, because we have been going around 15 times from Sunday on our lapel pin and our logo, and I would really like to get that nailed down. So it is my understanding that this is the approved logo that we voted on upstairs over a month ago. You can pass that around. Then, this was the lapel pin. Do I have that correct, Em?
Yeah, I brought the things that we've been working on in case we need to. And I don't know, we just have to go kind of less colors, a little sharper for our lapel pin.
Yep.
So I don't know if you all want to.
And then this, we can get into the nitty gritty, but then this was, I just want to make sure I'm putting up the right things. This was an option one as an alternative to that logo, which actually, I think the only difference is the barrels. And again, I'll put these in the middle of the room for people to share. The one thing I will say is I've been looking at them is, I don't know who mentioned it, somebody did when I was moving, but the possibility of using both the lapel pin, whatever we land on for that, is the same as our logo, so there's no confusion. And I also think we need the 250 on there.
To tie it into the national.
Correct.
I'm not a graphic artist, okay?
Joe, I think, would do anything we ask him to.
Other Joe.
Not you.
Well,
Just to be clear.
no, to say, I'm not a graphic artist. This is what I did with Joe's design.
You are, yeah.
But I think probably an artist could do better. Okay, I'm just someone that has Canva.
Yeah, no.
Well, and that's an important thing to note is because Canva does not have the capability to do high res downloads. So that is something. So everything we've been provided has been on Canva. So we would need someone to convert that into some kind of high res image.
I can do that. And I did send this and say, could you do this? And they said this was high res enough to help people.
Okay.
So I'm confused again. What are we?
Okay, so what we've got here.
We want one thing or we want two things?
Well, I would propose we have one thing that serves as the lapel pin and our logo. So really what we're finally deciding on is the logo that we will then also make an enamel a lapel pin.
But this will go on our letterhead or this will
It
go on?
would be on everything.
So it needs to be simple and clean, I think.
Correct.
Does it go on this too?
Yes, everything.
The back or the front?
Everything.
Where the flag is, it was gonna,
It will be our,
the flag was a placeholder.
I'll just say one thing, that when you start talking about logos and if you can put it on merchandise of any kind, you know, lapel pins, shirts, brochures, websites, this negative space here starts to become an issue for you. I think this is far more cleaner and pop and more versatile. This has been bothering me since the first time I saw it.
okay. And
Because of the white, the contrast?
The white.
What do you mean?
And
I like the blue back.
I like the blue as well. I like the 250.
Me too.
I like the revolutionary capital of New Hampshire, which then distinguishes us, the town of Exeter. I mean, frankly, what was the only? I don't even know. Do we need 1776 to 2026?
That is what we're celebrating, but.
I'm sorry?
Can people do the math of 250?
I think they might get confused that it's the 250th of the town.
I agree.
It says America 250 down here.
Yeah.
But
That's the
I think
national logo.
I
What
can,
is?
yeah. It's America 250.
That is the
That's the way it
national
looks.
logo.
Yeah,
So that,
With solid letter or with the funny
it's
stripe?
exactly
thing
the
through
way that is.
That's exactly, I took it from the American
It's like a
250
ribbon?
website.
Yes.
So that's like, remember the bicentennial symbol for the bicentennial?
Yeah.
This is the 250 symbol nationwide that they're using on all the nationwide branding.
Right.
I think it'd be great for us to use it then.
I think we should.
Yeah.
So we don't want the sign?
No,
I love the barrels and
I know,
the
it's too
green
fussy
braids.
if we're gonna try and get it on everything. This here does not exist on the Powder House, it's not there. I would say change this flag to a Betsy Ross flag
Agreed.
on that
With
one.
the 13?
Yeah.
Can you write that on there? I just want to, thank you.
That can be done, we can, or we can, I'm not trying to like take the flag off, but is the flag there in real life?
No, and it wouldn't have been, but
Well, there is a flagpole in front of it though, over here,
Over
where
here,
my finger is.
And I think having a Betsy Ross flag would be cool. I think
Okay,
that's
I think we can probably do
I'm just
that.
trying to draw this circle, but I can't draw a circle. So it looks like an oval, but you know the flag.
No, this is,
graphic artist.
There's one up in front of the
Can I
museum if
make
you
one
need to see
comment?
where.
Yes,
If it's a lapel pin,
You're not gonna see.
you're not gonna see the flag.
You're not at all.
You're not gonna see the text.
Could you show, you have that up there, can you show them like that in 1-inch scale? Because I think simplicity
Okay.
is key. Yeah.
So this is what it's gonna be. You're seeing it from far away now. You know, and you're right, you're gonna want simplicity, because people are gonna be looking at it. I think with the logo, you know, people will be able to see, but when it's a lapel pin, it really needs to be simple design. So, I mean, I think taking the flag or making it the Betsy Ross flag, but people aren't really gonna see a lot.
May not be
The
able to
difference
see.
is if you use it and you have it on the back of a shirt or something,
Yeah.
and it's
That's
a larger
bigger.
size, you
Yeah.
want it to be the same throughout.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can do whatever y'all want, so.
1 inch our limit?
I'm sorry?
Is 1 inch our limit?
For the lapel pin?
Yeah.
Well, it could be 1 to 1.5.
Standard size.
You don't want it too big.
Yeah, if you want it on a lapel.
But in that small a format, you're gonna want very, very clean lines, and I think that the flag would, if you wanna respect the flag, that flag is gonna be tiny and murky.
Mm-hmm.
And even if it's Betsy Ross versus the modern, I don't think we're gonna do
We
it.
could have the pin one, and then
So
we'll
maybe do the
larger.
lapel without the flag and anything else as our logo with the Betsy Ross flag.
Yeah.
I mean, the other question is, and I don't want to restart, but like, are people going to kind of know what this building is, or are they going to be like, random building? You know, which I think so. I think we're going to have to educate. Yeah.
I mean, it's on that bicentennial.
That works for me then. So,
And I will say, I'm just gonna put this out there as the chair, we have a lot of work to do today, so I would really, we could talk about this forever. I'm hoping we can
Well,
get
if
this
any
nailed
flag
down.
is gonna get murky, we'll just put the Betsy Ross flag on it.
okay.
It has fewer stars anyway, so.
Go ahead.
Fewer murky
Yeah,
stars.
so we could be consistent.
This whole thing's supposed to fit right there?
Yep.
So this all gets moved up?
And there's plenty of white space to clean.
Yeah, I wouldn't worry about that. It's easy to adjust. We can make it look clean.
So we want all this text?
We need that.
Well, I know, but on the back of a shirt, you'd see it, but.
No, I think it's fine.
And let me just say too, as an ex officio, not a full member, the commission isn't the point. And these two are the commission. This is the town of Exeter. It's more broad, it's more encompassing. I think it makes more sense to have that as the message of what's being sort of represented.
I agree.
All right, so Betsy Ross flag, put it in. Only other question I had, the American 250, there is that one with gold, or there's a red, white, and blue one. I think either is, it's a matter of swapping them in.
Oh, no, it should be the same as all the rest of this, I think.
Well, I agree, I'm just asking, is everyone good with gold?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so.
Yeah, I like that it
That works.
coordinates.
Okay.
Yes.
So you're saying the national thing has two different ones?
Yeah, they have a gold one, and then they have this full
Interesting.
color one. So, but they're both in that ribbony.
So I'll make a motion to approve this as the, what is it, the logo or the?
It's our logo, which will also be used
So I'll
as
make a
an
motion to approve this as the logo.
If may I ask one question?
Sure.
I'm so sorry. So I love this. This looks amazing. Somebody mentioned before the confusion between it being Town of Exeter's 250th and America's 250th.
That's why we have the 250 logo.
I know, but it's so little, and if you're talking about it being a pin, I just wonder if that's an issue when it's a 1-inch pin. Because right now, if I were to look at that pin, because I'm pretty far away from it, I'd say it's Town of Exeter. I just was wondering if that matters or not.
To me, no. I mean, I'm not going to be looking at you across.
Yeah.
If you're wearing the lapel pin and I'm talking to you, I'm going to see it because I'm not going to, right?
Yeah.
And on bigger things, I think it'll show up really nicely.
Okay.
I don't want to, yeah. That's my personal opinion.
I mean, I know we have to get going, but I can do this, so it's like 1776, 2026. But,
Instead of Town of Exeter, sweet.
Oh, I kind of like that. Okay.
I don't,
The people that are going to be confused are going to think we were founded in 17.
That's
I
what
mean, people are already
and I
confused.
frankly,
Yeah.
I went to that, Joe.
yeah. I think American 250 is the best we can do,
I agree.
you know, and, okay, so take it back to Town of Exeter.
Yes, please.
Okay, got it.
Okay, so can we give this to, I'm gonna take take a picture of this, and then I'm gonna give it to you, and ask you, because I want this to be like it's official, so I never get confused again. No, I've been so confused by this. It's been really hard. Okay, and then give it to Emily, please, Joe.
Yes.
So we've approved that, and we're gonna swap out the Betsy Ross flag.
Okay, do you want me to go ahead and order pins, or should that be a next meeting thing?
It's up to, you gave us pricing.
The pricing was about, I don't have it right in
$1
front
a
of me.
pin, wasn't it?
It was about $1 a pin, just over, that was the quote they gave it me before my dad died. I think if I explained, like, this is why there was a delay.
I don't know if that's it or not.
I don't think so.
No, that was just a starter.
Okay, I'll take it back.
But I think it was like, I think it's how many do we want to order? I think the price goes down based on how many we want to order.
Well, how much do we think we can sell them for? I'm sorry, Joe,
I was putting the hand up 5.
$5?
I think in the 5 to 10 range,
Okay.
maybe 7, maybe.
Okay.
I don't know.
Do we want to table this till next time? Because do we want to talk about where we're going to distribute them? Who's going to do
That
that?
would be good to talk about how we're gonna be
And
distributing
maybe you
them.
could finalize pricing between now and then.
I can, yep.
Let's do that.
All right,
Does that sound okay?
that sounds great.
Okay. So
Do we have to vote?
we already did, didn't we?
We voted to approve the logo.
Well,
Right.
I made a, okay. Done.
Did we?
I don't remember. I know I made a motion. I don't remember a second.
We
Somebody
did,
changed
Francois?
something, so-
Okay.
Okay, done. Next.
All right, great. All right, the next thing was remember we talked about our statement of purpose for the town of Exeter so that we can accept donations. And I sent it back out to everybody, and just wanted to make sure if we looked at the agenda, it was for the purpose of supporting the planning, organizing, and execution of events and activities related to the town's 250th celebration.
I think we need to add in the word America.
Okay, to the town's 250 America
I'd
celebration?
say America 250.
America, for the town, wait a minute, related to the town's America 250 celebration?
Yes.
To make clear, it's.
Yeah.
That sounds, okay, good. You have that, Francois? Okay, any other final edits before we put a motion to this and we can get it to Corey? Should I read it again?
Yes, please.
Quote, for the purpose of supporting the planning, organizing, and execution of events and activities related to the town's America 250 celebration.
So moved.
Here, a second. Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Approved, great, I will get that to Corey. Okay, theme and discussion. We may need that whiteboard over there. I brought some copies. Julia's creative mind has been going, so I've shared your ideas with people. I've got copies to
To be
share.
clear, that's the whole library team.
Oh, okay, well, we'll give credit where credit is due. We're gonna have to share, I didn't make a ton of copies.
So can I just say something? So this is gonna go where Exeter and the theme,
It is,
the theme that we're talking about today?
That we're about to do.
yes, the work we're about to do. And so the idea of this, as we think about it, let's see, you two, does everyone have enough to
I
share?
have a digital copy, so.
Okay. So to keep in mind, and this is why, Sarah is here, and maybe, you could speak to it, but, well, let me digress. What Sarah and I have been talking about is a commemorative poster that Sarah will design and develop. But the idea is, how do we engage artists and other members of our community in a creative way, whether it be students, artists, music, other, organizations, the Festival of Trees, whatever it is, for individuals, groups, whatever, to get their head around, what am I depicting? What are we trying to achieve here? What is the goal? What is our theme? Whether it be, maybe it's a essay contest, maybe it's a beautiful commemorative poster, maybe it's work that the library does. It could be anything, but I think, and Susan, maybe you'd want to just mention quickly about your engagement with the SAU. I think this would be a nice time for that.
So I went and spoke with the superintendent and Jill Lizier, I think. I'm not sure how to pronounce her last name, I apologize. But
we met and talked about it. They're in complete support. They've already
She's the
talked.
director of curriculum development.
She is
SAU.
Yes. And they had already talked with the chamber, so they were certainly aware of the happening, basically. But Jill was hoping to come today. She couldn't, so Karen and I will meet with her in a week just to sort of help them coordinate what's happening here within the school, in the town for those schools.
So again, this theme, educators can do with it whatever they want, right? But it's a nice way to bring them in so that it's just not left a blank slate. Sarah, is there anything you would like to add to that, just from a creative perspective and how we've been talking about this?
I guess I would just say we had talked about the idea of story and the story of Exeter, but the story of the people who live here and who have lived here. And I loved the many stories one, especially because it's an easy way to sort of just it's just an easy way to sort of celebrate. I guess we're celebrating people, individual people, and everyone has a story. So to me, as an artist, that makes me the most excited, especially with a lot of division in our country right now. Like, everyone likes stories.
They do, yeah.
So, anyway.
And we've been talking about lots of creative ways how we can do this, but I think, like the logo, I think this theme is going to be very important as we work to promote our work. So with that, I will leave it there and open for discussion on what people's thoughts are. I would love it if we could come up with a theme. I love the idea of story too. I think that is very embracing. Obviously, we can't say exploit. We have to say America 250. But that's easy to fix. And I love one town, many stories, or anyway. But the other thing, Barbara, is I thought you had some interesting points, and Joe as well, about tying it back to the Declaration of Independence with some of that language. So I'm just wondering what folks' thoughts are.
Yeah, because the Declaration of Independence is what we're celebrating.
Right.
So how does Exeter relate to the Declaration of Independence? Some of these ideas are great.
They're wonderful.
I'm going to nitpick at the liberty. Is not a synonym for freedom. It's been conflated a lot, but they actually have very different roots geographically around the application of democracy. Like, liberty was a very southern concept, whereas freedom was more what was talked about in the north. For a variety of reasons, I'm not going to get pedantic on the thing any more than that. But liberty also is one of those things that has had some co-option into the sort of our national conversation in some ways. So if we can find ways not to use it, and believe me, I don't love that. But one phrase that keeps coming to mind for me is this continuing experiment, which is what the country itself
Can we write that up on the board, this continuing experiment? Or maybe can you just do it, keep a document going with ideas? That would be great. Would that be okay?
I love both ideas. I love stories because I think stories are what unite people together. I think that there are so many stories in Exeter, and I mean, even when I look in the church archives, I'm like, stories, you can tell it'd be days, right? And I wonder if there's a way to tie stories to the Declaration of Independence,
Well, it's ourselves and our posterity.
Well, I'd sort of rather do the stories on the 400th anniversary.
Up to town, you mean?
400 years of stories, yeah. And so.
See you back here in 13.
So, well, we hope so. We hope so. We're planning on it.
What do you want me to write down?
Just keeping notes, the continuing experiment, I think.
My goal is 2044. I'll tell you.
And I would also just, the idea that story unites people, just kind of maybe you could make it a bigger font, like 16 or something.
So I sort of like the freedom or the experiment, because without America, there wouldn't be France. Anyway, we don't need to talk about any of that, but So.
Could we
so-
tie this continuing experiment back to Exeter? So that,
Well, it began here in New Hampshire.
okay.
Yes and no, I mean,
Shots fired.
this is.
Really, yeah.
Well, we're the
began
capital.
another town, but we.
We were the capital of New Hampshire. All right, so your thoughts about liberty and freedom. I was just reviewing the Declaration of Independence itself this morning to go through for some ideas. And the Declaration, of course, has three major parts. It's got the reasons why they're going to declare independence. Then there's sort of a statement, like a mission statement. Then there's the list of grievances. And then at the end, it's a pledge, to do this.
Mutually
So
pledged.
the part that comes out is that mission part of it, where they're talking about the pursuit of happiness and that they are going to be breaking free from a country that they feel is impinging on that.
Didn't we talk about the whole notion of the pursuit of happiness?
We did. We brought up life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.
But we tripped over happiness because of how it's defined, didn't we? Joe was smiling because we did.
We did. So, but the goal of the 250th is that we are celebrating the signing of this, the adoption and the signing of this particular document. So we want to stick with at least that. Now the state has looked at spreading it to an understanding of what were we like before the revolution, and then keep it local. What were the revolutionary hotspots in the town? The past as present, which is the continuing work of this document, which I think is a really important focus and one that would lend itself well to students and to art and such. So I think we need to think about that, which is why on this one, I wasn't as upset about the idea of the word liberty. We can arm wrestle over that one another time.
Well, and it's all through there anyway, because the Virginian wrote that.
Yeah, the things we have to be careful about is because we have an impending, I mean, I know it's 15, 20 years away, but because we have an impending 350th anniversary of the town coming up, or 300th.
400.
400, oh my God. 400th, I should be good with dates. 400th anniversary of the town coming up, we do have to be careful that we don't confuse this with that. So, because we have confused that at this very meeting. Exeter 250, when we're talking about together since 1776, doesn't work because the town is older than that, as somebody mentioned earlier. So that one's not gonna, past to present, Exeter strong. Sounds like Boston. Our story is still being written. I like that continuing. You have continuing experiment. We have a continuing story.
That was the idea at the beginning of forming this group.
Yes.
We started talking about independence, and we worked at it, and then you still are having an opportunity.
And that's what
Past is
the
present.
reasons why, the past is present.
So a continuing.
I like the continuing story. I mean, Joe, maybe, the thing I love is that I can get really excited about is one of the exhibit you're doing at the museum where, once the tour is over, you stand there in front of a mirror, and it's like, what's your...
At the end.
What? What do you
Spoiler
read?
alert.
What did he say in here?
Spoiler alert.
Oh, sorry.
What about one declaration, many stories?
I'm sorry, can you repeat
One
that again?
declaration, many stories. Or I'm brainstorming.
No, that's what we want to do.
Good.
Yeah,
That's what we have to do here.
from one declaration to many stories, or.
Because even the fight for freedom, we had plenty of people who served in the revolution and people who supported the fighters in the revolution who were in the town, but they were fighting for very different reasons. I'm doing a program tonight about Black revolutionary soldiers, and I mean, they were going for a completely different reason. They were earning their own freedom, very much their whole body, their existence. So the many stories, I think, ties in pretty well.
Well, what if we just said of many one? Or from many one. I mean, it does jump ahead a little bit in the story, but it gets to the pluribus unum part, right? That we're this pluralistic, invented, polyglot nation, right?
Which I think goes along with that symbol that they were using at the state level. Well, we are one. This symbol that the state has.
I know,
Joe, recognize
Hold on, I think I have that on a hat.
You have that on a hat, right?
That was actually on a flag that the militia flag.
Yeah.
That we actually had that as a symbol at the museum. But we are one which echoes the out of many one, but I think the out of many is the key piece to that, right? So if we said out of many one or many stories, one people, or something like that. Yeah.
What ties it to the revolution, though?
How about
Well, it's the
one
Declaration of
declaration?
Independence.
One declaration, many Exeter stories.
Exeter.
Tie it back to Exeter, too.
Yeah.
Well, okay. It depends on how long you want the darn thing to be, because there's TIF and then there's comprehension. But I mean, so you basically have, one town, many stories. But if you're trying to tie, you have Exeter and the stories and the people. Now you get some work. You're asking a lot of the language to do that. Or you could say,
Well, that's why I was thinking
Yeah.
one declaration, because it's clear, this is about the declaration.
I really like the one declaration, many stories.
Me too.
And then, because you can take it off and you can be like, okay, these are the stories of, the people who were in the State House here. These are the stories of black soldiers fighting, in the Revolution. These are the stories.
It's almost like saying
How about-
many interpretations.
Yeah, one declaration, one town, many stories. That ties it all together.
Say that
One
again,
town,
Susan.
one declaration, many
One
stories.
right.
Many stories, yeah, I like that.
But put all three together, one declaration, one town, many stories, or one town, one declaration, many stories.
I would put declaration first.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah, go from the big,
For reasons.
declaration,
Yeah.
town, stories.
To the individual, right? I did like that.
Kind of long.
I don't think it's that long.
it's a triad, which it's gonna lodge
And people,
that stuff.
To throw a monkey wrench in, I mean, we are also gonna talk about the fact that the state declares its own constitution in January. Is that another declaration?
No, it doesn't count.
A couple of decorations,
Oh, it
one
counts,
town, many
but-
stories.
Yeah.
I like that too, because if you do want to go with one town, many stories for the 400th, it also kind of starts with this identity. Someone had mentioned the Boston is the
Boston
Boston
Strong.
Strong. We're the story, we're the story town. And I think that is an identity that we as Exonians think of.
I feel really fortunate to have folks, the representation in this room is really phenomenal.
So we're talking about the bottom, the highlighted one now?
So Sarah, from an interpretive perspective, how does that feel? That's important. You and I have been talking about that a lot.
I mean, it feels like a lot could be done with it. It
Okay.
could be, in the school system.
Susan, as an educator?
Oh, yes, definitely.
Can I throw in
Joe?
our declaration, our town, our stories?
Oh.
Now you have ownership.
Oh, I like
And
that.
instead of it being one many, it gives it a cohesive triad.
Oh, I like that.
But it wasn't our.
He's not a writer or anything.
It's our, right, I mean, that's,
Yeah, and you could even, when you're,
I like that.
when you're doing it,
our is that sense.
Yes, I like
We're
that.
all in it together.
you could do
Yes.
our
There's a lot of ways. Yep.
declaration,
Make sure that stories is plural, yes.
town, stories. This could be a good prompt for the kids, the R and the da.
Yeah.
What?
Okay, I have terrible handwriting.
Yeah.
R, let's say we give the kids
I love it.
declaration
Yeah,
town
I like
stories.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I could even see on the t-shirt, next to the declaration, having a picture of the declaration, having the bandstand next to the word town, and stories like books by Exeter authors.
I also think right now, people
Yeah,
are
there was a
really,
lot of creativity.
people are really struggling.
Lidfest is running, I can see Lidfest already, right?
I think right now people are really struggling to feel like they have investment in this because everyone is feeling divided as a country, and if we can claim it as ours and not yours or mine but a mutual, I think it's good.
I love it.
It ties us together really nicely, and it's not divisive in any way.
Yeah.
And you're right, I think it opens
The channel is for wonderful creativity and communication. I think, I really like that.
the art.
Oh, I thought this was gonna take so much longer. I was really worried.
And you have 3 hours to do your project.
Yeah, right. And I wouldn't use commas, I'd use periods, depending on how you do it.
Oh,
I would
yeah.
have to be something
Or
clever.
semicolons. Well, period,
No,
well,
it's 3 statements. Just
Yeah,
from
like
my perspective as a,
it is, yeah, so I see. Yeah, I was wondering about capital O for each one.
yeah, it should be.
But
There should be periods and capitals.
would you do capital D, capital T?
No,
I wouldn't, but then again, this is all gonna depend on the format, like if we're doing what Emily was talking about here with the hour and then the 3 coming off of it, then you're not gonna have punctuation at all. But it depends on how that gets.
how that iteration. Well, we should decide that, because what I would really like to be able to start doing is, Francois and I wanna meet with Bob Glowacki, so we can finally start putting this out
I
there.
think it's the way it's framed at the end is it's legal piece, and then we can play with how it's graphically depicted, and
Okay.
there's a lot of fun to be had there.
Okay,
No, you can go vertical too, our declaration, our
Yeah,
town,
yeah.
our stories.
Right.
that's what kind of Ann came.
Playing with it.
Oh, okay.
And I love for programming, like our stories, maybe Lit Fest month, which is April.
Yeah.
We could focus on the stories part. Our town, I forget when our anniversary of when we're.
April,
Oh,
also in April 4,
Yeah.
4.
Okay, so maybe not that, but.
Sort of
but we
like
could
that.
play with it.
We'll
Like
handle the
that.
art declaration piece.
So you're the art.
Oh, I see, it's a nice way, we
Exactly,
already
but we
got
could
one.
break it up,
You
kind of
know
maybe
how to
have
do
a
this
special
better
month.
than I do. But I'm showing visually, whatever. Yeah.
Well, that's another point. I mean, could that language not easily be incorporated into, say, your commemorative poster?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think it
Should.
should.
Okay, good. Okay. Melissa, do you have any,
No, sounds great.
you like it? Okay.
You like it, yeah.
I also feel like every organization could tie into this. Like, you know, like the church would be like, here's our stories of the, you know, and like, you know, the library could be, I don't know if the library had something around in 1776, but you know, like everyone can tie in.
I think there's a lot.
Well, the fun thing about this too is PBS is doing that hometown series that Exeter's been, and it's all stories. That's all that is. So it's a thematic coherence.
Cool. Okay, any other final thoughts from everyone in the room that we want to put out?
So what's this thing called?
It's our
Our theme. So we already have a statement of purpose, now we have a theme.
this is our theme.
Next up, the
Theme,
mission statement.
tagline.
What, Joe?
Well, our
No,
mission
that's good.
statement was for the commission, which we already have, so. Yeah, that's on the website.
So motion to approve the theme, our declaration period, our town period, our stories period.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Nice. Well, we may even be all out of here with you at 11. Okay. All right, now we move on to, and I want to say, Sarah, you don't have to stick around for the budget.
Yeah, I'm good.
Thank you so much.
Thanks so much.
I look
Thanks
forward
so
to
much.
seeing you at Rains Farm soon. So excited.
Getting old, I can't get up.
Okay. I'm actually going to turn the floor over to Mr. Ring as we discuss the budget, if that's okay. And I should give copies of this to folks too. Thank you very much, Francoise, for putting together the latest calendar of events. I'm going to share this with people because we need to think about this in terms of the budget. And Francoise, I don't think you've seen this, but the idea is instead of maybe having this kind of calendar, we're going to tie it into
That's
the
great.
budget. So it's all in one lovely document.
Right.
Not to say we're not going to have a calendar of events
Right.
that we'll do with Bob, that will be up on the website and all of that.
Yeah.
But this is actually then a working opportunity for everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a brainstorm last time. All right, I don't have enough for everybody, so should people share? I think everybody needs to share. And
You guys take it.
are you gonna make copies?
Oh. I'm gonna make it, you guys.
No, here, I'm okay, I can
I'm
share
all
with
set.
Susan.
Yeah,
I think
I'm
we're fine, that's good, yeah, we're good.
Thank you.
It's just kind of a guide. So we can talk about the details of what's in here, but but let's tie it, what we're gonna do is really talk about the budget, because literally the calendar is gonna live inside the budget, which then is gonna make it so much easier.
Right.
And the most important thing is, honestly, we're a little day late on this. We need to get this number to the select board as soon as possible. And I do want to give a quick shout out publicly to you, Julia, for doing such an incredible job with the grant application.
Oh, yes, I
It
read
was
that.
really
Oh,
good,
it's
and there's just
very-
great language in there. You scared me with that amount of work we have to do. But anyway, it was very well done, and so that is a $25,000 grant request, which would go a long, long way to help support our budget requests, so, yeah. Okay, Mr. Ring, over to you if you don't mind.
Well, I don't remember saying yes, but I don't actually know what to do. However, my recollection was, first of all, that we're not going to do any paratroopers or whatever, so there's nothing that the town needs to provide for June 27th.
Right, National Guard is providing,
You're doing it all.
yeah, we might have to pay for like police detail and all of that stuff.
So should we say $1,000?
I would say like 3 to be safe.
3,000?
For police detail, because it's a couple $100 per cop. 4 hours.
How long is this event?
It's only a couple of hours. I think there's like other costs that we haven't considered, like porta potties.
I would have to look, well, wait, porta potties, I thought we were.
Oh, we have bathrooms,
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Well, we had 5,000 in the block.
Right. And we were gonna do like a giveaway. So yeah, maybe just $1,000 for police detail.
Is the police detail doing like traffic,
Yeah.
directing? Is that what you're looking at? What are we looking for the police detail for?
I think when you just have that large of an event, and like federal delegation or potentially coming.
So they'll be walking around and somebody might be on the road.
Correct, yeah.
Both.
Yeah, you never
Yeah.
coordinate. You need police.
And if we have like people carving access, then we'll need like a crossing guard.
Okay, and next was the ice cream stuff, so we think we're gonna give $1,000 of popcorn and ice cream away?
At the concerts, yeah, at the brass band, I think doing like popsicles we had thought about because they were a little bit less expensive.
Then popcorn?
Than ice cream at least. And we were planning on doing popcorn, I think, at the movie night.
Right, yeah.
So doing some like popsicles at some of these concerts and then popcorn at the movie night. But yeah, I would say like $300 per thing for popsicles. So on the 29th and July 6th.
July 6th, yep.
For the brass band.
Okay.
And then I think Melissa and I had chatted about doing like patriotic giveaways, either like little flags or like some other little kind of America kind of thing at some of our like Tune and Fork concerts. And
How much of those little flags you guys did?
Oh,
That I
man.
took at the Chamber of Commerce thing?
Yeah, we have a million of them. We buy them,
in bulk, yeah, they're
yeah, and they're not that bad. I mean,
No,
you
no,
could get 1,000 of them for $150.
Yeah,
something like
yeah.
that.
Can we get them made in America? Because it just feels weird to buy them.
If you can get them made in America.
Yeah.
I think like Valley Forge might,
Yeah.
yeah.
And, we can avoid the tariffs.
So you're talking about America flags, how about Exeter flags?
Yeah, or putting our symbol.
Ooh,
Oh, yeah.
well, so if I may, because if you look at the budget, it's only $50. So we were talking about, with the kids being around Oriental Trading or some of these places that just do a not 4th of July, but patriotic, just to pass out like stickers or, but if you want to do something specialized, that would be a very different budget, which is completely fine. I'm not saying you can't. I'm just letting you know that we were talking about bulk, patriotic stuff to pass out for kids.
Like some stickers.
But the stickers,
like-
you got the trash though. Yes.
Yeah, I'm not
They're
saying
doing
it needs to be.
popsicles, man. You think there's gonna be trash?
Yeah, I was gonna say there's, but yeah, it doesn't need to be that. I'm just letting you know that if you were talking about having your own flags printed, it would be a very different budget.
So we want 300 for that one too?
Sorry, I'm getting confused here.
I was gonna say, if we could stay to one event and finish the whole event, that'd be awesome.
So
Did we do the
start with
brass
the
band?
kickoff.
And now we're.
So brass band, we're doing 300 for each brass band night for popsicles. And then
that's two.
That's two,
Yeah.
yes.
Nice.
So that would be June 29th and July 6th.
Right.
So now I'm going to the
Tune
and Fork concert. So
You think
that
you have twice as many people for those?
no, those are usually pretty small. We get like 40 people around. So I would say like a cheaper kind of patriotic giveaway would be more appropriate for that.
So you think
Are you gonna do
$200 a
popsicles?
piece?
I would say $50. $50 is plenty.
So 50 for each of those.
Yes. And now,
Are you gonna do popsicles there?
not there.
Okay.
Just a patriotic giveaway at the Tune and Fork. We're doing popsicles at the brass band. And then we were, for the Thursday night concerts, I think that brings us into a separate discussion.
So we don't need anything for the historical walks.
I didn't get to finish the meeting with you guys on Friday, so I don't know where you landed,
Okay.
sorry.
No, that's okay. I don't think, I mean, we could do like I don't have that on this budget, but I can
I don't know if we
easily add
need
it.
to print programs for those, the historic walks. We haven't worked out details yet, but,
We haven't worked out details, that's between us and the library.
okay. So we can do small printing. We'll have plenty of money for that. So what about are we still gonna try to do the movie?
Yeah.
Town hall, is that what we changed
I think
to?
that's what I was.
We had talked
we
about.
Instead of on
talked
Swayze.
That
So
would
you
work.
still have to do your concert on the Parkway, and then the movie and town hall
So that
simultaneous?
But that I wouldn't do it simultaneously because I think that is competing events and we don't really want competing events. So we would potentially need to move it to a different date. The other thing is town hall has no air conditioning, so it can get extremely hot in there in the summer. And bad acoustics and there's no, we just need like fans and
If
stuff.
I may, did you guys explain why that the movie night might not work? Because I know we
It
talked
gets-
about it on Friday, but.
It doesn't get dark until like 8:30 is like sunset. So you're not really starting the movie till 9 o'clock and it's a 2.5 hour movie.
So could we do it like at CMS or the high school in the auditorium?
What about you? Absolutely, we have to pay a rental fee, which is fine. What about like a Sunday afternoon?
It's not dark too.
What?
It's open, the Sundays are open.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think of if you already have a Thursday night concert series and those folks are going down to Swayze and we don't have an indoor air conditioned place, so maybe something that would be like a totally different day of the week at CMS or something might be a good place or a good thing to do.
Well, we had talked about doing stuff on the 12th.
Can I say something? I thought that the movie was gonna replace the concert.
Originally, I think it was.
It was originally.
We have them together.
No.
Can they be competing?
Yes,
No,
and I don't, and people wouldn't stay down there for that long, and there's also no bathrooms on
Okay.
Swayze.
Okay.
Are you supposed to do a concert on the 2nd before the 4th of July anyway?
Yes.
Or you won't move that?
No, it's already in our
Cancel it.
budget, yeah.
So that's separate from what we're talking about. And we're gonna do popcorn for your concert or no? That's not.
No.
Okay,
I'd probably ask to do a patriotic giveaway at that
so
one.
nothing on the 2nd. Because,
Yeah, I found some.
so
They're just,
that takes us from the 27th through the 8th, if we do anything the 8th and 9th. So the 9th, we talked about not doing a clam bake, doing a barbecue chicken thing instead. Half a chicken,
So
I forget what the
this
name
was a big.
maybe on Sunday.
How much did we have in there originally? 25,000.
25,000 was how much it was going to cost to do the clam bake, and we would have to sell tickets at about $1.50 a person
Right,
to cover our costs and have entertainment and do all the table rentals and all of that.
right.
So we had talked about switching it to a community
And the other, I mean, I
Oh, I thought we were talking chicken.
chicken. Well, that's what I mean,
mentioned
calling
to folks
it's a
that the
chicken.
Portsmouth clam bake that they did down in Marcus. It was unbelievable, but
Unbelievably good.
it was wonderful. However, it was also, and this is what, when we had our budget meeting, it was also exclusionary.
Right.
Because there's a lot of people, that's a high price tag, and we want to be inclusionary.
Right.
So when we were having our conversation, when we were doing the budget, we kind of got up, and we obviously want to share it with you all, but the idea of almost a family event up at Park and Rec, where the pool is open, where Planet Playground is open, where you could do field games up there, where you could do the chicken barbecue, and it can welcome everybody at a reasonable price.
So we thought about doing it on Thursday and said, well, that's a lot to try to get done on a day when people might be working. So then we thought about, well, if they're going to if we're going to try to get them to the Independence Festival Saturday, make it huge, which he wants to do, Joe, for those on TV. Then we could maybe do the chicken barbecue on Sunday, keep people in town that weekend. They're going to go away on 4th of July weekend because they have a federal holiday Friday, so we could try to do all the Saturday stuff and all the Sunday stuff. Of course, we still have our parade maybe on Saturday.
The other piece of the puzzle is that on that Saturday the 11th when we have festival wraps at 4 and then the fireworks are at 9. And what, is everyone supposed to go home and come back? So if you wanted to talk about doing the chicken barbecue that evening, that Saturday, when everyone's in town, and now there's a reason to stick around in town and then stick for the fireworks, we're talking about keeping the tavern open until the fireworks with stuff there, and maybe doing music on the AIM campus with our patio there, just to keep people around until the fireworks.
We don't usually lose people from the fireworks.
We get a ton of people.
Huge.
Right, and I don't know if it's the same crowd or not, right? It might be different.
Yeah.
But if people
crowds.
had to leave downtown and then go out to the rack and park and then come back,
Right.
we might lose
And
people.
that's
but
a
if
long day for littles too.
It's a long day for anybody.
Yeah, I'm
9
tired.
o'clock to
I was just gonna say
Fireworks.
volunteers, you guys are looking for a lot of volunteers, and to ask them all on a single day is very challenging to get that many people to volunteer for that long of a day.
I mean, I guess what I mean is like this would be our big weekend, and it wraps itself around the Independence Festival, Saturday and Sunday, which is I think could be really cool.
So this is becoming a Parks and Rec event because it's being held in our location, and it's going to be our band that we pay to play if we were doing it on a Thursday. But since it's in our space, we would need to staff it, and we already have to work until 11 o'clock on the 11th, 11 p.m. So I talked to our department, and it was a firm no on Sunday.
Oh, okay.
So
that's fair.
yeah, it's just because we can't take time off because of summer camp in the pool, so we don't get any time off, and we're already working a lot of overtime in the summer. So asking us to come in and do another day on Sunday when we already have to work that Saturday, was just a no.
I agree, as somebody that worked many summers that started at 6 and to 8 or 9 o'clock at night. So, which I loved doing, just so you know,
it's
I
a lot
love
of
it,
fun.
but
It's
it's a very long summer. But and I apologize because I'm coming in a little late to this, but is there a reason that we're just trying to stick to the 2 weeks? And I'm sure that there is a fantastic reason, just so you know, I'm not trying to stop that. I'm just wondering if
I think it's sort of evolved early on as this is what this committee would own,
Got it.
right? But to your point, before you even said it, I was thinking the same thing, like, why do we have to be married to this? I mean, I'm thinking, look at this weather, right? I mean, you got soccer Saturdays and you do some, I don't know, though I do like the idea of the pool being open. I think that would be, but that's open into September, isn't it?
No, mid-August.
It's not, but I think, if I may, you guys have an entire year of celebrating. I know you're focusing because that's what the capacity here is. And you're gonna be like partnering, like you said, that spoke, right, or in all these things. But you have some really fantastic weather on some of the shoulder seasons, and maybe that's a great way to get them. I know the pool may not be open, but there's so many things you could do up at the rec park, if that's where you chose to do it. But if that's not what the committee wants, the summer is just a little tricky, and the day after fireworks, because the fireworks are done through Park and Rec, we have to wait, we have to clean up. We're there well after midnight in some instances, so to do the next day is really tricky.
I mean, the other option, depending on, I don't know what time you were looking at for the barbecue, if you're looking at it as a dinner thing, or like more of a midday thing, or early afternoon or whatever. But one of the things that Scott Ruffner and I have talked about is as we coalesce our events on the day of festival, the music stuff is actually going to move down to closer to our end versus what's down that end on the Parkway. So if you wanted to do it on the Parkway at noon or at the middle of the day on the day of the festival when people are already there, so rather than stretching the day out, it deepens the day. That if you're
well, you have lots of stuff going on in your own agenda.
Yeah.
So the barbecue could be at 5 o'clock.
Or whatever. I mean, but I'm just saying that we also aren't feeding people. They're going over to the food trucks at the team event to eat. So if you wanted to do it as a midday thing, I don't know. I mean, there's a million ways to slice the apple.
Do we want to, I mean, the other question is, do we want to do the parade on the same day as the fireworks? And the reason I ask that is it's going to be the Boston 250 Sail Fest that day, and I think a lot of people are going to go down there that day because it's going to be like the Boston kind of celebration of.
On the 11th?
Yeah.
On July 11th?
Oh, good to know.
Yeah, it's going to be
11th and 12th.
That week.
I think it's through the 16th.
And it's going to be people coming in from literally all over the world, these tall ships, and they're planning for a big thing that day.
Yeah, they're only going to four
11th
spots.
through
And
16th.
I also worry about the weather, right? Like,
Yeah.
what if that was the beauty of, the beauty of Park and Rec is that if the weather is not great, we'd come up with a rain date anyway, but I'm thinking it should be a standalone event.
You mean the barbecue?
Correct.
If we're going to do a barbecue.
Yeah.
I think when we stack this many events on one day, I think we could just kind of prolong the spirit longer. And I didn't realize.
By doing spreading it out or doing it all on the one day?
If we spread it out, I think, people will be like, it's the whole year. I mean, we're already not doing it on the 4th of July, so I feel like we're not, missing that. And I know we always do, the next week is sort of the Independence Fest, but I think the big thing for folks that day is the fireworks. I hadn't, we didn't know about this Sail 250 in Boston, which is going to be a huge thing.
Yeah.
They're already booking people out for that day. I think elected officials, I think a lot of military units are going to be down there.
But that's a whole week. I mean, I saw that pop up and I thought, great, I'm gonna go down and see it. Probably not on the 11th, obviously.
I think Saturday's the big day, but I could be wrong. That's the day that they say people are.
It's the parade of ships that comes in, and
Can I just say something? So, did we decide not to have a movie night?
No, we're gonna have
We haven't got there yet. We're going to come back to
Because
it.
I think that's important. Maybe, and so we have to find out where to hold it? Is that it?
So I think that the original time, the date, it's just too late. So we typically try to stay away from movie nights in the middle of the summer, unless they're focused on the kids and it's sort of a long thing. But you could, you could do a movie night on the rec park fields if you did it as a fall movie night. If you did a fall chicken barbecue in the afternoon at 1, and then you did games or something, you may or you make it at 3 o'clock, you could go right into the movie night if you wanted. I don't know if you want to stack those events. We obviously have I'm still there. Park and Rec has the inflatable thing, but I don't know if you want those things to happen.
I see the 1776 movie as a standalone, and I think because it's going to draw a different crowd, and I'd like to see it to be inside a school or whatever, so that there's really the opportunity for the sing-along, and it's really well organized.
And it needs to be before the 4th of July.
Mm-hmm. Before the 4th of July.
Oh yeah, that's what gets you whipped into this.
Yes. Okay.
I love it. I watch it every year on July 4th.
Yeah. Love it. So you're thinking May or
and
June
I sing
for
along.
That?
No, just
a second.
Just one. If you can put it right into these 2 weeks, we just have to do it before the 4th of July.
So we could do it on the 1st, because we have just the historic
There's
walks.
not much going on there, it's a Wednesday.
Where like the 2nd we do have the concert, so I wouldn't want to have like an
They did
evening. And
vote it in on July 2nd, so.
So the suggestion is to do the movie night on July 1. And the movie cost us $1,000, $800 for the license or something?
Yeah,
Plus the
800.
school rental.
Wait a
and
minute, what are we,
CMS or the high
to your
school.
point, what are we doing on the 2nd?
we
There's
have
there's
a concert.
That's Swayze
Yeah,
Parkway.
understood. Okay,
That's
so
not
we
our
can do it on
budget.
the 1st?
We
Okay.
could do it on the 1st.
Okay. At one of the it's a middle school or the.
If we think we get 900 people.
Oh, okay, you're anticipating.
600 people at CMS.
I'm not gonna get 600.
I know, we
It's just
didn't
gonna be
advertise it
singing along
enough
with it,
to.
I think is what's gonna happen.
Well, maybe it should be, we can decide where, but the biggest thing is to advertise, make sure people show up.
Yeah, that's the whole purpose of having this series of events that we're handing out
that's
at all the
right.
events this year.
Yeah.
Save the date, right?
Right. So, how much do we need to budget for July 1 for the film?
Sing-along version.
It's like $800 for the movie, and then we would need some money for popcorn.
So let's say $1,500?
Yeah, something like that.
2,000?
Gets you one large
1,600. 1,600.
2,000?
I think we said 16. 8 for the.
But were you anticipating 600 people?
Yeah, I don't think we.
No.
On Swayze,
Not for that many.
If I hear.
so let's say 2,000 for the movie?
Yeah, for like the next couple, okay? More than 200.
Bye, Barbara.
Thank
So 2,000 for the movie with food and rental?
I was just saying that I think if you guys got 200 people for this movie, I think that would be considered a success.
I do too.
agree.
So, I just don't think we need $700 for popcorn, that's all.
Can I make also a point? We have a blanket site movie license that we have every year at the library. 600 we definitely can't fit where I'm thinking in our main floor, but 200 if we wanted to open the library and have a special like late hour where people can come in their pajamas and watch the movie, because we do movies at the library every Tuesday.
I think that would be
And that could
lovely if
save
that's
money on that, you could save budget money.
You like that idea, Joe?
Can we do popcorn?
It's air conditioned, you can, yes, you can popcorn.
Yeah.
And the other thing is if we talk to AMC or any of the local, like the one in Newington, because they sometimes will give you a like literal
That's what
gigantic
we were
trash
talking
bag
about
full.
of popcorn.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's, I think the original
This is from
plan
last
was,
week.
yeah.
Yes, true, but it's free and the price is right.
Yeah.
And it is taxpayer money,
Yeah.
so.
I don't
So
think
would we
there
say
needs
first
to-
200 can see the movie?
I will have to double check, it's been a while since that floor, technically we don't have like a limit for that
Yes,
floor.
you do, don't tell me that, but. I'm just kidding.
But because of that, there's the decks, there's like so many
yeah.
egresses that it's like very open.
Okay.
And the other thing is we could do like I'm thinking of my church, we have a crybaby room, we could even have one that's like for people who might have sensory issues on another level in the children's room, like, and so that holds up, I know that one's 40, so.
This will lend itself to a sing-along?
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
having it as a singer, having it indoors
Yes, I
will
think
be
it's
easier
critical.
to hear.
Yes, for sure.
They'll be able to hear me and you don't want to do that.
How big is the screen at the library?
What we just got actually donated a large inflatable screen, which is like, I wanna say like 10 by 10. It's very big, yeah, like.
I would say like we could use the sanctuary at the church and bring the screen down, but we don't have air conditioning. But we can fit about 350 to 400.
That's good.
But
So we have some options.
Yeah.
We do.
But we don't have air and it does get hot up there.
And for your site, you'd have to buy the license.
Yeah, that's the.
Oh, it has to be
libraries
inside.
are like
Yeah. Yeah, we're exempt because of the umbrella license, because we're a library. Yeah,
That's
so,
awesome.
Yeah, that makes
So that
sense.
saves us a ton of money.
yeah.
And we could also do it at Founders Park and project it onto the library building.
I have to look at the license because that one, you have
to buy, the second it is in the exterior, it is an additional cost.
Has to be a
So,
community center.
I looked into that because I thought I could, if I did it on the building, it would be on the site.
Right, no.
That
In
doesn't
the parking lot, underneath.
Still,
All
that
right,
doesn't
let's
count.
move on. All right, so what do we want to do for the movie budget?
$1,000 for the
Yeah,
movie
let's
then?
say
Just to
1,000,
have
just
a-
to, and I think having a little buffer
And let's
here
try
is-
July 1st.
Yes, Wednesday, July 1st.
Okay, so let's move to the.
And then that could be earlier in the day, by the way, because we won't have to wait for dark.
Right.
I think that's how you get some of the littles.
Yeah.
Not too little, but to
No, having it at
participate.
6, instead of.
Okay.
And now, do we have something on the 9th? The clam bake's gone, so.
We would have a concert.
The 9th is your concert, and then, but we're not doing free popcorn, or do we need $300 for that?
No, I would
$50
say
again,
maybe
or
a
not?
a $50 patriotic.
So both
Something.
on the 2nd and
Yeah.
on the 9th, $50.
Yeah, maybe we could do face paint or something down there.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah.
And we're still talking about the parade.
Get the
on-
250 ribbons.
If we wanted to, the parade's a lot of work to wind up down at Water Street someplace. We talked about starting at SST or something and winding down Center Street and stopping in front of M&T Bank. And then you guys start up at 10. And I don't know what time the parade was going to start and how extensive that all is.
That's if we're gonna keep the parade on that day.
Parades are a lot of work.
Let's see what's happening on the 8th.
It'd be kind of nice if the parade could just be on Memorial Day, if we could
Memorial Day?
make the Memorial Day parade
We have a little more.
huge,
I see what
bigger,
you're saying, sorry.
in
Where the
honor of the
Florence.
250.
Oh, that's
Yeah, but, well, the Memorial Day parade, that's really,
That's a very different.
Yeah.
that's all.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
April 3rd is our foundation day, right?
That's what we celebrate at the church. Because that's the day that I
Friday
think.
this year.
Yeah. But then that gets back to is it the town, is it the? I mean, we could do the actual parade, well, people will be away for the 4th probably if we're not.
Yes.
And it's hard to get, like there's some towns that have like long-standing existing
Yeah.
4th of July parade,
Yeah.
so I think it's difficult to get like participants.
Well, if we did pick another date for the barbecue, we could perhaps do the parade at 9, 10 o'clock one morning someplace and wind up at the rec department or Swayze for a 12 o'clock barbecue. Or, I can't remember when it started but the deal with the barbecue is from Dan Crow, who ran it for, 50 years at Stratham Park, is that the chicken is delivered the day before in refrigerated trucks. They're half chickens, they're frozen, they get delivered. At 8 o'clock in the morning, you start taking them out and they thaw very quickly. And in an hour and a half, you get the fire started and then you start cooking at 9 o'clock. 20 chickens on a rack. He has all the racks in his barn. 20 guys to do the whole thing, or women. Fire pit, grill, pre-sell the dinners weeks in advance so you know how many to get. And then you could have a rain date if you had their emails or something to tell them, hey, the date's changed because it's going to rain that day. Or if it's inside the rec department, I haven't been up to see your new building stuff.
It won't be, I don't think it would be large enough. Like our largest space, I believe the capacity is about 60 people. If we wanted seated, which you would want to eat, you want to be sitting.
I think a rain date.
Do you think
Yeah,
it's too much? I mean, originally we had said the parade at 9, making it Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts, bikes with, just kind of a
Mostly
local.
kid focused,
Yeah.
or wheels focused.
Leading down to the Independence Festival, and then keeping it like all one festive day, and then having the barbecue in the parkway in the say afternoon, I don't know, 1 to 3 or something.
Right, but it interferes with the food trucks and the.
Right.
I just think there's too
team
much
stuff.
on that day. I still
That's
think
too
there's
much?
too much on that.
I also hate to
And then the
pull
fireworks.
people away from the shop, the restaurants downtown, you know, that's a big deal.
No, I like the idea of a field day barbecue up at the rack, but I know parades are a big deal, but what if it was just a small, like, wheels parade, you know, I mean, whether, I guess I'd like to, maybe a youth parade, how about if we called it that? So so it's not, I mean, one of the conversations we had is that either the day before or early in the morning, you know, they could come and decorate their bikes together. I see that. Let's make this more youth. That's my opinion, not like floats and bands and, because we have that at Christmas. We have the Memorial Day parade. What if it was just youth focused? So it was something just for them.
Maybe the high school band to lead it or something.
Yeah.
It's kind of more like a Halloween parade.
Yeah.
But I think we should include different age groups.
Yes.
Because everybody's on wheels now.
I'm all for that.
But do you think youth? I mean, it doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be bicycles, but it's just like youth. A youth, do whatever you want. You know,
We also just paved a pathway that connects the pool entrance to the field entrance, so it connects our two, like where the pavilion is. It's a pathway that goes all the way down to the pool. It's a short parade, but
like your local
if you
school's
wanted-
Halloween parade. You
Exactly.
gather the kids at one end,
yes.
you roughly put them into a form, they march for 5 minutes and you're done.
But I do like the idea of them coming in. I mean, maybe we can because it's youth, Joe. Maybe we can incorporate the kids somehow as the kickoff to the Independence.
Well, there used to be parades when we had camps at the museum that would have a parade during and we're going to be having camps again. We could do a youth parade during the day at the museum because Water Street's already closed off, they could literally start at Center and go to Spring, and that could be the extent. It doesn't have to be a 3-mile parade.
Right.
It can be, and we could do bikes and Cub Scouts and, baseball teams and whatever
And I think
else.
it brings more kids to the event.
It's all fine by me. I mean, we've already got the road closed, and we've already got, we'll have some kids involved.
I think that way too, it kind of keeps it, it's not like businesses are putting in a float and then we focus on the businesses.
That's such a huge
That's
deal.
a big undertaking and all that.
Yeah, it's like it just kind of keeps the spirit on the kids.
We could even start them on Swayze Parkway and bring them from there, so you can stage at Swayze, bring them down through, and then
Past the food trucks?
Yeah.
Because that'd be set up.
Yeah, past all through there, whatever. I mean, or on the side of the park. There's a million ways to slice it, and we can.
But it's just, and it's fun for the kids. And I mean, I remember we did something like that for Planet Playground. The kids just decorated all their bicycles and all their stuff and their dogs and everything, and we just marched our road length of Swayze.
We can make it a contest too, like we do for the Halloween parade, where there's like the best bike or the best wheels, like little.
We do a stuffed pet show at the library.
Yeah.
That format's super easy, and the police already help us every year, so we could have celebrities from town coming in.
Yeah, we could just keep it simple, and I think that. And
can I make a plea for also the meal as well? I think we're looking at Portsmouth too much. I'll be honest. I think we're trying to think of their celebration. Keep it simple. I think a picnic, just a basic, come as your own, bring your thing. And what if we had a donation for St. Vincent de Paul? Come in, bring some donations if you can, and making it just a down-home picnic.
How about ice cream sundae?
Yeah,
And
like
one of the
something-
things
like one thing.
remember as a kid growing up, we'd go to our local church, and they would do strawberry shortcakes. And it was so much. It was very
I bet we could do something like that.
It was so fun.
I'm
not saying you have to do it, but it was just.
No, I mean we're right there. We could do something. People could picnic on the grounds or picnic inside. And what day?
Or the picnic could be on Swayze between 4:00 and the fireworks.
They could do it on our campus
on the 11th
at 4:00 because we'll be cleaned up and so.
You still have the art,
everyone wraps up and they're out of there. Like you'd be surprised, 4 to 4:30, and then
When do the food trucks leave, or they don't?
Some of them move. They shift around on the parkway to get ready, and they stay open through the fireworks. Some of them, I think.
I want to go back to picnic theme, everybody brings a picnic, because one of the things why we changed from a clam bake to a chicken dinner was because of the freezing and the
cost.
And the cost.
The exclusive cost for the clam bake.
But I still think that we're looking for so many volunteers on so many days that we're spreading ourselves, unless we get the budget for an organizer, we're gonna be doing a lot of work ourselves and our friends. And I really like this idea of having everybody get together with the 8th. There's nothing happening on the 8th, so let's go have dinner at the Parkway.
Bring your neighbors, bring your cooler, I think it's nice to have one offering. I think that's right. If a few people wanna, maybe you can even ask the local churches, hey, we're thinking maybe if you wanted to bring something as an organization.
Well, but if it's just a picnic, it could be between the festival and the fireworks, so that we've got 500 people on the Parkway already having
But they're
their
already there anyway,
picnic
so I don't know.
eating before the fireworks shoot off.
But there'll be food trucks then, right?
Yeah.
Because we probably don't want to.
Yeah, I don't want to compete with that.
Yeah, kids with young families are gonna need a break, especially if they're gonna do the fireworks later.
I don't even know if we need to do something on the 8th. I mean, to
Well, it
whatever's
could be the
point.
9th before the
No,
concert.
but why do we
Or
have to
during.
why can't it be in the fall?
It could be if we have good weather.
Well, it seems like the fall is a great weather.
Then you're conflicting with
Football,
sports.
soccer.
And it's crazy.
Yeah, my
Fall's
fields
crazy
aren't
for
available.
families.
Okay,
Yeah.
good points.
But if you did do it on the 9th before the concert, everybody could come with picnics and.
Right, but do it on a concert night.
And there is a farmer's market that people can buy stuff. I always do that.
Yes.
So the Thursday would make sense. Yeah.
And maybe we could actually, through the farmer's market, tell them we're gonna have a picnic, and there's some vendors that might wanna put together a picnic basket, right? They would, and that's a nice way to include the Seacoast Farmers Group, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
So
I
we could
love
get
that.
a couple little things, so we could run like a craft, and we could get like face paint going down there to make it a little more
You're
festive.
talking on the 9th.
For this community picnic.
So maybe one thing we could put out to the community is like a pie eating contest or something where people could bring pies. That would be so fun.
Or it could be an ice cream social.
Yeah, so
Where we
Casey,
get-
who, the Cargills, they own Memories and Lexi's, they're all in for like anything. They were like, we could do a special flavor, we could do something.
I think we should definitely get a special flavor out of Memories.
Even if we could get them to come down and do some kind of
I don't know what the
ice
charge would be for them
There's
to
also those
like
old
set that up.
automobile
Yeah,
clubs
I'm not
that
sure.
invite them
Yeah,
to
he
bring
just
their
bought an
cars
ice cream
in.
truck
I
right
see
now,
they do that for free.
Yeah.
That was
Sorry, I missed two conversations. So,
Poor friends.
what'd you guys say?
I just pointed out that there's a lot of car enthusiastic groups in the area who might drive down their cars for free, and that's something for the kids to look at. That would be inexpensive.
I know one.
So yeah, Memories
Talking
doing
antique
an
cars.
ice cream for
Yeah.
that,
So,
a Memories ice
Memories-
cream.
We could ask Memories. Can you ask them, or is
Yeah,
that
I'll
something?
reach out to Casey today.
That would be
what
great.
What it would be for, if we're having our picnic that afternoon and the farmer's market ending at 6, the concert starts at 6. So if we could have the Memories, if Memories would, then we wouldn't, well, we could still have volunteers help, like with tables to,
Yeah.
and then people could create their ice cream sundae with whatever drippings and stuff they want, pay $10 or whatever it is, and then go sit at their blankets and eat it.
Yeah, it'd be fun.
that would be really fun.
Yeah.
If you're looking for a full schedule, so the 8th, we don't have anything, that's Wednesday.
So far.
Wednesday's a
The
concert
town,
night.
I believe, has a drone, right? Doesn't
Thursday.
Yeah, I think
Well, I don't know
Joe
if they learned how to
No, it's
use
not
it
Wednesday,
yet.
it's
Why don't we
Thursday,
have
Julie.
somebody who?
Oh,
Oh, sorry,
yeah.
Wednesday.
Wednesday's open.
Is Wednesday open? What if we had an official town photo on that day and had everyone assemble at a certain time around the bandstand. Maybe we close down and have the drone take a photo, everyone in the town on the 8th, like show up around the bandstand at
It could
this
be during a
time.
band concert.
Kensington does this every year on its Old Home Day. They do a town photo, and they've been
I
doing
love
it for decades.
Really?
Yeah, and they have pictures every year. All the pictures are in I don't know if they're in the town hall or where they are, but they've got a picture for every year.
So cool.
And it's interesting, you might get 30 people, you might get 300 people, you don't know.
Yeah.
But that could be on the 8th. That could be really fun.
And it's
Well,
a low
let's-
lift
Yeah.
for folks.
We'll make a note, town photo, drone, and we'll keep that in mind. I don't know if we want to do just one thing
Gotta get
on the
Spencer's
8th.
scale.
Well, could
You
you
could do the antique
but-
cars then, you could ask. just-
Well, let's finish up one thing at a time.
let's finish our budget.
So let's.
That's why we're gonna come back.
Let's finish on the 11th.
Okay.
And we're gonna move the parade someplace else, is that what we're saying?
No,
A
we're
different day?
we're tying the, it's gonna be a youth
So it's gonna be a
parade.
youth
And
parade
it's gonna
on the
be
11th.
tied into the
So do we
Attendance
need money
Festival.
for it?
I just think for maybe decorations.
We have to pay for the decorations? You can't do it yourself?
Well, they can bring. No, I think that would be a turnoff. I think it'd be a turnoff is bring your own stuff to decorate your thing. I think we
We
need
can
to
get it
provide.
pretty cheap. Yeah, I would say a couple $100.
Yeah, well, how many
Dollar
hours
Tree
does
has
each kid
streamers and
need?
stuff.
How
That's what I'm
much,
saying, yeah.
how many hours does it take each kid to decorate their bicycle and
Depends on how
wheelchair?
detail oriented they are.
Well, yeah, if we're talking
Listen,
about,
can we just put a budget, some money in there and we
Yeah,
can
I
figure
would
out if
say
it's
it's
bring
like
your own or
$500 bucks.
whatever
Yeah.
later, but let's just put some money in there. We gotta get this budget and then so this is the thing, we gotta get this budget nailed down for the select board and then we can fine tune the calendar. Do we agree with that?
Yes.
Okay.
sure, so we're saying $500 for the parade.
Okay.
And we're not gonna have a fife and drum band or something, I mean, because it'd be kind of cool to have this fife and drum band lead the parade.
Yeah, but,
And they're already gonna
Yeah.
Yeah, they are.
right,
That would
Okay.
be awesome.
less money for us.
right.
So the ice cream social is not that day on the calendar that you.
It'll be on the 9th.
Right.
At the community
we-
picnic.
I think that's a good idea. I
Yeah.
think that'd be fun.
You're writing all of it. I'm gonna make a photo, whoever's is, I wanna give it to Francois.
No, I think she's putting it in the computer.
You're getting it all?
Yeah, I'm writing it in.
If I could get a copy of that.
Okay.
Yeah, I can share this with you.
So if we're looking at
What's your
budget,
email address?
are we gonna take out the amount for the chicken
Oh, look,
dinner
there
and
you
just do
are.
a picnic? Because that'll save us
I don't know
money.
that there was money for a chicken picnic.
Yeah, we had 7,500 in there,
But
didn't
it
we?
was gonna be
We
ticketed.
did, but it was gonna be ticketed and now it's going to be
We don't
a
have to pay
community
anything for
picnic.
barbecue.
Good, great,
Yeah.
good done. Good, all right. All right, where are we at now? We
So,
got
yeah,
9
the
minutes.
formulas just aren't working here, but I can get, it's just gonna take me a couple minutes to do
Yeah,
the
that's fine.
formulas, so I can.
So how many more things on the calendar do we need to worry about?
Well, we should pay for the ice cream sundaes.
Yes.
The vendor.
I need to get the cost on that.
Although each
He will
person's
give
gonna
us
pay too.
He will give us a good deal on it for sure.
Yeah.
Well,
I can
Yeah, I
think
would
of-
agree, we would supplement the vendor.
I
I'm
can
not sure I mean, that's one question. If it were
Okay.
chicken barbecue, the people buying the tickets would pay for
Right.
all the stuff. If
Right.
it's an ice cream sundae, if they pay $10 a piece or 5 a piece, that may pay for the Memories ice cream rental and everything
Right,
else.
so we serve memories at the pool and we buy the like 5-gallon tubs, so I'm assuming we would kind of just do the same thing. Like buy the tubs and then we could serve it. So I can get.
But it
a
melts.
price. It does melt, but we can figure that out.
Oh, they wouldn't come with their truck and be
They
right
probably
there.
could, yeah, I'm sure. I can ask.
Yeah, let's get them there to do it, so
Cost.
it's taking some staffing off of you, with Caroline.
Yes,
Let them do it, and it promotes them.
it does. Yes.
And you know, the other thing is it's like they could promote, so, and that's something we don't have to do, is a flavor contest. And that would get attention to them.
Well, we gotta have a flavor contest a couple of months ahead.
That's what
Is
I
that
mean.
what you're saying? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
And let
Invite the whole
Memories run
community
that.
to-
Let
Yeah.
Memories own that. They would go head over heels for
Well,
that.
you're gonna have your website, so you.
Yes, but my point
Milwaukee
is
and your
it's also
intern could do
bringing,
it too.
it's also bringing attention to local businesses is where I'm going,
Yep,
which is
yep,
great.
I like that.
I mean, what we're doing,
that'll
like,
be
by utilizing the
more
library, I mean, we're
affordable, too.
utilizing our resources.
Right.
So our parade money disappeared. 15 grand's gone.
Right. We've got
Pretty
it
much, because we cut it down to like 500
and it'll
for
probably be less than that.
decorations.
Okay.
Do we need to provide police though too, in addition?
No, Joe's already
there.
Okay, all day.
Yeah, because we can get cheap decorations online and
And people are gonna bring their own.
bring their own
Bring
stuff.
your own,
yeah.
but here's the basics we're providing.
Yeah,
The
streamers,
all-
some
You
ribbons,
want
some tape.
ancillary stuff and do a
Yeah,
costume?
a flag.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Supplemental goods.
And do you still have a tent?
For
Or is
what?
that gone too?
No, we're just
No,
going
tents are gone.
Okay, so now the last thing would be,
Gone for 50 grand.
Yeah.
I know, it's, we're,
It's great.
I can email.
Exonians really will, which
Yeah,
so
exactly.
well, we should advertise that and tell them. So what about the intern? Do we still need the intern for 10 grand?
Well, I think so, but I know a couple select board members, or at least one, thinks it's not.
I will talk to that person when we can
It's
talk about it
redundant?
offline.
It is too expensive and not necessary.
But we're not doing anything else
I know.
now. So now instead of 50 grand, we're down to like 20,
I know.
including 10 for
Well, she doesn't
intern.
know that yet.
Yeah, no,
Right,
I
right,
want to
right.
keep the intern, because the intern's gonna be through Park and Rec, and they're carrying a heavy load. And let's get them that extra intern. That's how we sell it.
So let's sell it that we've gone from 50 grand down to 20.
Have we gone down to 20?
Let me do it on this computer.
Let's keep the
It's easier
10,000
than
for the
this
intern.
one.
Absolutely.
That's a good, yeah.
And frankly, if we get to 25 grand, we're done.
we can add.
Well, now does the swag play into this? We're gonna buy t-shirts and other stuff, or that'll pay for itself?
Hopefully that will be revenue
Pay
producing.
for itself.
Hopefully, it'll
Plus
more than
excess,
pay for it,
okay.
yeah.
Yeah, and to do the commemorative poster, there's money there. That's gonna cost $750 for her to do that. Now that the budget's come down, I'd actually like to include that. There was
Include
some,
what?
her cost to create the commemorative
Her?
poster. Sarah.
And also.
Is Joe gonna be bent out of shape? We're on TV, I'm sorry.
No, this is an artistic rendering. Think of the 1638 poster that was done. This is artistic, has nothing to do with the logo.
And also,
So can you add that in there, $750 for Sarah off the commemorative poster?
Yes,
Somewhere.
merchandising and swag.
Yeah.
Is this like all warrant article stuff or is it committee fundraising?
Well, we have to talk about this at the end if we have time.
Commemorative poster,
We're not gonna have time today. Can we carry that till next
We
time?
can.
Because what I'd like to do, John,
Well,
is
my
maybe.
point is, we don't need
sponsorship.
all these people.
No.
We don't need any.
So next time, we're gonna talk
Sponsorship
about
for-
sponsorship.
Well, we don't have, what are we gonna do with the money? Give it back to the
when do we
town?
find out about
Let's just
the
talk
grant?
about it.
That is something I'm gonna contact
It's on
them.
the
They just
warrant.
said that like it was closed in
Closed,
October
right,
and they
so-
give it out within a period.
Okay.
But it's the next, the period until the next grant.
Right.
I mean, so there are some, I know the church has already voted to give a sponsorship. I think you said Rotary.
Rotary
had
did
to.
We're gonna talk next
Okay.
Next meeting, we're gonna
meeting
talk about that. And
Yeah,
but
but
my.
whatever else we have to talk about. So is there
we need
anything
to
else
nail
on these
this
budget
calendar
numbers?
down.
Yeah, let's finish the budget then.
Right.
So that we can give that to
So,
Julie and the board can talk.
Do we
start.
want to, I mean, this is a working, I'm just thinking out loud, so bear with me. You're working on the number. I guess there's a part of me, does this calendar feel doable for this committee? I feel like we've pared it down enough that it's not only have we pared down the, Julia, thank you so much.
I'll be right back.
Oh, okay. We've pared it down enough that we have our core activities. I do believe there's gonna be a lot of organizations, whatever, groups that are gonna now build onto this calendar. We've got the Festival of Trees, we got lots of stuff, right?
We're gonna do something at the church, like we'll say like, and all these like outside activities, go on the grand calendar, even if they're not official activities, they're
Right,
related.
Yes.
we can gather all
Yes,
that.
and that's it.
My honest answer is, when we were here the other day, I was like overwhelmed and ready to like vomit.
Right.
Pardon me, I know I'm on TV.
Does
But
this
now
feel
it's
palatable?
like, this is easy.
Okay.
We can do this. The
Okay.
barbecue's gone, the clam bake's gone.
And I like how we're keeping everything very,
It's almost too simple, but.
I know.
Inclusive.
But we're also using our resources, we're using the library. I mean, to your point that you raised very early on, when we were looking at a $50,000 budget, you were like, you know, with the tax assessments and all this stuff coming down the pipeline, you know, we're still able to celebrate what we have, you know, this amazing time, but we're able to utilize our history and our stories and our resources.
Well, we can gather these somehow.
I mean, and that's why, like,
that
I'm excited about utilizing
future
Rain's
meetings.
Farm.
I think so many nonprofits and local orgs are gonna do something that it's gonna fill up the calendar. And we can focus just on doing our events.
Right.
I mean, you know, the Historical Society is gonna do a lot, AIM's gonna be doing a lot. You know, the kids, I mean, maybe the Pine Street Players are gonna do a play.
Yeah, maybe.
You know, you just don't know what's
Okay, is there
gonna happen.
anything else on the budget to close it out? And you're still working on the final number?
Yeah.
What about printing the Sarah's thing?
So the cost for her to do it is $750, and then each print that she will sell to us is $30 a piece, but we would make that money back by selling it for more.
Yeah.
I mean, in many ways, the $750 may be offset.
Yep.
Cool.
What's Sarah's last name?
Koff, Koff.
Do we have to adjourn?
We should.
We tied to a,
Well,
I do have to go and.
do we want to wait for the final drum roll number?
Sure, and after that I need to.
Green Farm still needed.
how many hours is the intern for, how many hours is the
400.
intern for, pardon me?
400.
400 hours?
Yes.
And which is 40 hours a week.
Yep. We pay them $15 an hour. That's the standard rate.
Yeah. And I think just,
That includes taxes, everything else?
It does not include FICA and all of that. There's a,
Do we have to bump it up for that?
you would, because we would have to, I have to do them. Give me 1 second, sorry, I can't like multitask
time.
here.
let the poor woman think.
Yeah.
Well, FICA's only 5.
7.5.
7.8.
7.8.
Well, then we should jump the 10,000 number up if that's the case.
So do that.
No, because that's only 6,000. 15 an hour times 40
Oh,
Times 400.
is $6,000.
15 an hour times.
So you're fine.
$4,000 for all the other stuff?
We just budgeted, we went broad. So we're fine.
Thank you for working on the budget.
Any other questions on the budget before we didn't talk about the kayaks, but I think that'd be free.
That's free, people would pay to rent them.
That's when we'll talk about the calendar
We can
next
work
time.
that out.
Or printing material for the walk.
It'll be small.
Okay.
Okay. Last time, I think we absorbed that between our.
Okay.
Yeah, we
God bless you.
Excuse me. So on your next agenda is what are the
The next-
hot topics for
Hot
your next
topics for the
agenda?
next agenda
While she's
is
working on
the
this
sponsorship, this,
discussion, yeah.
and the calendar. Those are the two really big things. And I hopefully will then
So
come
we
back.
did all this stuff in one meeting?
We did a lot.
You did a lot.
High fives.
Leave them hanging.
No, it was a lot.
Francois, do you have any questions to clarify for the minutes?
Well, so are we going to next time look at that versus this?
Somebody has to put all that.
I guess what I'm thinking, Francois,
I'll do it.
is we,
For a visual?
yes.
Okay.
Yes. And that will also drive the conversation with Bob Glowacki,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
So really, we shouldn't meet with him until you got that in good shape.
Okay.
Yeah. And then we need, and then I don't know how you're doing, because things have picked up, is like you were gonna put together something about reaching out. Oh, we're not doing the parade anymore, so it's okay.
So, yeah,
Have
Say
got
you
a lot
want a
simpler.
picnic?
Yes.
Picture of that?
Which I like.
that is
No,
very
'cause
good.
she's got.
But I think we too, going forward on these different events like festival
Yes, but
retreats,
that's the other thing.
we could
can
do
add to
these
the calendar,
dates
right?
and put a liaison,
Yeah.
liaison on the committee to.
Town read.
We have a theme, we have clear messaging.
Yes.
This is gonna help us going forward.
Now we've got, communication will be easier.
Yes.
How are we doing on putting up like a Facebook event page?
So that's
How's it
what
working on that?
we're gonna meet with Bob Glowacki.
Okay.
So the idea again is we're the centralized hub, so as the church
Right.
says, oh, we're
Yeah.
gonna do this, you know, you can feed it in, we're
Yeah.
common.
What about a web page for?
That too.
Okay, great.
That too. Would love to have you join us for a meeting with Bob Glowacki if you would like to, because I think
You
having,
can have 3? Or she's an employee, so only 2?
no, it could be,
We can't have a quorum, right?
what's quorum now?
I'm never part of the quorum.
No, right, but what we're talking about.
But if
Any more than 2.
more than 2, we can't do, oh, then never mind, I'm sorry.
No, don't worry.
No, you can do not more than 4, so 3 of you can.
Okay, so M and
Okay.
you and I can do it.
Sure, just let me.
Okay, and so what I'll do is I'll change the minutes.
Yes.
Send them to you, and who do I send them to?
What?
The
Karen.
incorrected minutes.
Send them to me and then I'll bump them. Oh, no, you can send them to Pam, you're the co-chair now.
Okay, yeah. Pants.
Yeah, send them to Pam, she posts them all.
Yeah, send them to Pam, but
Give you a
CC me, just CC me. All right, are we close?
Very close, I just gotta click my buttons here, equals,
Thanks for being patient, everybody, we got a ton done.
So our next meeting is 2 weeks.
Correct. Is that right? Our next meeting is scheduled for the October
21st.
21.
I saw you, you're in the Boston.
Oh, yeah,
It was so much fun when I opened it, your face is right on the front page.
It's great at the library, everyone participates in that. But it saves so much on.
I have mine, because I love it.
Oh, yeah, it's great. This is this. That's great.
Oh, this is John.
More to
But I
come.
tried to.
John, do you want this back?
Yes.
Because you're on the front page.
Yeah, she's got it.
And I tried to forward it to somebody, but it reverts to the full article where you're only pictures.
On the back, yeah.
Well,
But it's good press for Exeter, I'll take it a good
oh,
press.
that's great.
I'm an Arbor Day.
who guessed 20,000? We're at 19,815.
Yeah.
So 20.
That's very, very.
That was good work, everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I would like to put like,
Escalation.
no, what's
Awesome.
I would like to put in like a 10%.
Buffer.
Buffer. What are those?
Contingency.
Thank you, I was like, my brain isn't
And
working.
maybe,
Yeah.
yeah,
So that
so what are we at?
That would bring us to like
22 might be
22.
Yeah, let's do that,
22,000.
okay?
22,000.
So we're down from 50 to 22,000.
And if we get the funding, it's not gonna cost $10.
So one thing just to be very clear is the $10,000, they don't do any staff. So we wouldn't be able to do
That's okay.
which is very standard for most.
Yeah,
That's fine. I mean, we could then, if we have like all the money in the world, then we could get like popsicles and all these giveaways. Then we could go really crazy.
Focus
But
on made in America.
So are you saying that
yes.
they don't cover interns?
Okay,
Is that what you-
Correct.
right,
Yeah.
so are we?
But if that's the
So
only
what's
thing we have to
what's
go to
the
the
number that
town
we
for.
have to give to the, so we have to.
19,815.
Do we vote on this and say
Yes,
budget
well, do we
approved?
have contingency for, so let's put in the contingency.
Well, but you're
Oh
talking
yeah, let me add a
$10,000.
contingency here.
What's the total number?
Without the staff, you're at $10,000.
No, we have to include the staff in this budget. John, what Julia was talking about is if we get the $25,000 grant, it can,
I wanted to clarify to the group that can
Oh, the
not
grant
go
cannot.
towards. Cannot, correct.
Correct.
Where's the grant from? It's from, Maine, the
Bangor.
Maine, yeah, thank you, Bangor, right.
Bangor.
So motion to approve $22,000 as our budget.
So moved. Second,
Second?
all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay. Meeting adjourned.
Thank you so much.
Is it Bangor City?
Thank you
Yes.
for tuning in to Exeter TV. Exeter TV is the town's public and government access channels, available on Comcast channels 6 and 22. Channel 6 is your channel. If you have an idea for a program, want to host your own talk show, or submit a film, we're here to get your content on television. On Channel 22, we bring you live and replay coverage of government meetings and other town updates. A third channel, Blue Hawk Media, is operated by SAU 16 and can be found on Channel 8, with all your school sports, events, and meetings. You can watch Exeter TV online at exeternh.tv, Apple TV, and on Roku. Find us on social media for extra content. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell to get notified about live streams and new content. Tune in to our platforms every other Friday to watch the Exeter Biweekly Report, with recaps of recent events, updates from town departments, and messages from nonprofits in your area. If you head to our website, exeternh.tv, we invite you to sign up to our newsletter to receive monthly updates about new content, upcoming meetings, and more. We'd like to thank you for taking the time to watch Exeter TV and hope that you tune in to our other content as well.